from Northwest Stadium. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. This one set up for Daniels. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
You know, Kate, most of the offenses I've been around love code words in the run game. And for draws, it's usually a D word. Denver, Dallas. Well, I'll tell you what else. Add a D word to the defense, because when you hit them with a draw like that, it puts doubt in their mind of how upfield they can get.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Ray Greenlaw on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Well, that play right there, that one is wide linemen. They run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt he could pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They give it to him again. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's good for Washington. First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Really 2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
We put a receiver in motion left. Going to the ground again on first. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock. Methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Broncos nothing.
To kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
Nix off the play action. Mims with the grab. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Second down now, they need 7. Nix holds on to it. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well, and it's going to cost them about a yard.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
On third down, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Broncos.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun. He's got Sutton complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Nix holds on to it. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
On second down, here's Dobbins. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. They'll throw, third and long. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
On fourth down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
From his end zone, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
Number 86, Zach Ertz. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 8-yard line.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have it on second and short. Samuel comes in motion left. Running for the marker on second. And this won't get him any extra breathing room. He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on third down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's going to run for it. Jukes away from one. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's got a bunch here up past the 25 before somebody gets to him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
They'll run it from the gun. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. Throw here, third down. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Give him 37 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
brings up
I
second
think one
and
thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Daniels throwing on third. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. They run the counter with Dobbins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. A lot of the aggressiveness from this defense. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. He takes it down to the 33. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops. He picked up close to 4. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd down, give to Harvey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
A give right side to Dobbins. Spins out of one side. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to get it with the option. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. They send a man in motion. Going on 4th. Here's Nix. Oh, he's going to run for it. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a 1st and goal. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Dobbins can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Nix holds on to it. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And it looks like the defense got it. No touchdown. They recover, and this is going to be a touchback.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal if it was 6 points or a touchback. And fortunately for them, well, it was a touchback.
The Commanders returning their offense and this running back to the field. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive play straight ahead. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on that next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
So 2nd down and a tougher 8 to go now following that delay of game. Running it after the penalty. He's got a gain of 6 there. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling into the ground. So We have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the...
Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. With the second level at the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. All down that time by Jonathan Jones.
I can promise you, that's not what it looks like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Drops it down, Harvey. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On first down, it's Nix. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there who brings up second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too. It's a nickel look from the Commanders. 3rd down. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. Escapes the defender. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Samuel. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A design run. Daniels will keep it. Makes a man miss. He's off. Racing down the left side. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
On is Moody for the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Harvey now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. We've set it downs for him from the 31. We get it on the ground here with Dobbins. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional because his ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards,
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Nix to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Into traffic. Complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Next to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. That one connects. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Nix now to throw. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Nix. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
Touchdown, Denver.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Broncos 7.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Samuel now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He can run it. He dodged the tackle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he manages to find a little traction on that Soaks field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
carries here. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by the first-time All-Pro Nick Bonito.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end. Third and just 2 to go. One drawn up here for Daniels. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. They'll run here on first down. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All set now. 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He brings it in. And this is going to get him right up near that first down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Ooh, they're on him quick. He's not going to get the yard they need, Bronk. He only gets back to the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. Moody knocks it through. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Harvey now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Put the body on the line for his team. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, some positive yardage here, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Throwing here, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. Nice game left side. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal to tie this game in the 4th.
Commanders 17, Broncos 14.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might know Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. This one left for Daniels. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create a tackle for loss.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Play action now. Daniels. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Yeah, a little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Running this with Dobbins. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has it downfield, working the left. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Broncos down by only 3. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he gets this forward to the 19. He gets 6 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Commanders 17.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Samuel now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. New set of downs for him from the 31. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They pitch it to him. Jukes away from one. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Here's what I know, Kate. When they go back and look at that play on tape after this game, they're going to see all 11. It took every one of them. Took a good pitch from the quarterback. Don't minimize that. Pitch out in front of him, eyes by that running back down the field, and everybody blocking to create that nice chunk run.
He'll look to throw it. Completed left side to Samuel. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. McLaurin, the receiver, in motion left. Here he is to throw. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Setting up to pass. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Daniels is going to throw again. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. To throw. It's intercepted. That will do it. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. Designed run, here's Nix. So the Broncos right out of here with a win on the road. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.